Hello everybody, Prince Alagorn of Aquilonia here, and I'm just giving you a little bit of an update. In case you've been wondering, well, I have posted a few videos over the summer, but in case you're wondering, I haven't been completely lazy, and I know I say this all the time, so don't hold me to it, but hopefully I will be able to get back on track with a regular schedule pretty soon. I think I've already mentioned it, but I have two Sword Art Online manga reviews that just have to be scripted and then recorded, and those should be good to go. Um, what else? I have another reading slash review that just needs to be edited, and in case you're wondering, yes, I am still on my quest to try to find at least one truly good MLP Lost Episode creepypasta. They can't all be shit. So yeah, expect that to come out soon. On top of that, I have another Ruby script written out, and I just need to record it and edit it, and that should come out hopefully this week, and hopefully that'll be the start of me getting everything back on track. What else? As for upcoming plans, we're going to start with lowest priority, which I have absolutely no idea when I'll actually finish it or when I'll have it up, but I'm in the midst of working on it, and that's the origin story for Lamb's Blood. I found a very good like creepypasta OC biography template that I'm filling out, and then I plan to actually I have most of it filled out already, just a little bit more to do, and then I will start on the actual backstory, and when it's all done I will do a reading of the story and post the whole thing for you guys. Hopefully you'll like him. With this next reading review, I realized that while some of my earliest videos were going to be explaining the canon for Alagorna, I don't think I've ever really followed through on that, because those first videos sucked, and yeah, for whatever reason the whole thing just fell through. Mainly because I think at the time I just wanted to get started on the actual real work of the channel. So you guys still don't fully know Strife's origin yet. So when I get this next reading review video done, I will post a link to the film fiction for the origin story for both Strife and Alagorna, so you guys get a little bit more of an idea of what their canon is when I even acknowledge that canon exists. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. Other things, okay, for planned videos, I don't quite know about episode reviews right now. I'm so far behind that it's not even crazy. I did get the season 5 DVD set, so hopefully eventually I'll start going back to those and finishing up on that. It's not that I haven't had things to say about the recent episodes, or that I haven't been paying attention to them. It's just most of the stuff that I've wanted to talk about is there on my Tumblr if you're following it and want to go read it. Actually, so far, things have been going pretty dang good, I think. I wish there was more utilization of the map, but what little bit we've seen now that they got it back online is pretty good. I hope this stays a device that stays in the show permanently until the end, because it's a great way to give storytelling possibilities. And it's a great way, like the Friends Forever comic, to pair up different teams of ponies that sometimes leads to unexpected results. And some interactions between characters that we normally don't see interact with each other outside of the group. The Cutie Mark Crusaders episodes have been pretty dang good too. Gabby has been pretty interesting. It's nice to see a Griffin that just started out just plain nice. Didn't need any big redemption story like Gilda or anything like that. Just nice. See her be readily accepted by the CMC. See them help her. See her interact with ponies and just show a different side to Griffins. That stuff's awesome. Thorax is... whoo! When I get to that episode, oh my gosh, I got a lot to say about that. In fact, while I still stick by a lot of my Changelings headcanon, Thorax kind of shows that maybe I'm a little bit wrong in the idea that Changelings can't change. And maybe that integration between Changelings and ponies is possible. And I kind of want... heck, I might not even need to do the review. I might just do that video. Because I don't mind changing my headcanons if what canon presents us that contradicts it is actually even better than my own fucking ideas. In other words, I wouldn't say it's a mistake, like admitting to my mistakes, but at the same time, it is kind of admitting to my mistakes. And yeah, that was kind of cool. So yeah, I have been keeping up with the season. Thank you, Tumblr, for even when I haven't seen an episode, giving me everything I need to know to have some opinion on it. And those opinions are only going to grow once I do finish the season. But what else? I do plan to do something with the Wonderbolt's handbook, and of course the Equestria Girls Tell All. What else? Maybe some more manga reviews. Right now I'm diving through Pokemon Adventures, which if you haven't been reading it for all these years, and believe me, it's only recently that I started to get into it myself. Oh my gosh, is it good. I've also wanted to do some videos about Pokemon XY, but I don't know. I probably will do a reaction video to the anime's Alola region trailer, because yeah, that seems to be getting a lot of attention right now, and that one should be really easy to do. What else? What else? Oh yeah, there's also the chapter books that I keep saying that I need to review but haven't. There's a lot of stuff MLP related that I need to get to that I haven't yet. but I will eventually. I'm not setting any plans for anything in stone in any particular order right now. I'm just kind of listing through my head while talking to you guys what I might be able to get done. Um, what else? Right now, that's pretty much it for MLP. I might also not. I don't know. I'm debating on if I want to do a review of the Corpse Party anime or not. But that one's really up in the air. As for games, that I do have planned out for pretty much the rest of the year. First of all, starting tonight, after I finish this recording, I am going to start on a game that's long overdue and just celebrated its 1 year anniversary and has gotten all kinds of praise and all kinds of attention for its unique characters, its moving and very personal story, its great use of meta narrative and kind of deconstructionist themes and self-referential treatment, and just being a really heartfelt kind of game with 3 very unique endings that can even change on multiple playthroughs. Knowing me, though, I'm only going to play each scenario once, because once I get to the last one, it gonna fuck up everything that comes after it. And I already know this, and I'm not sure I want to deal with that. Of course, you all know what game I'm talking about. I'm talking about Undertale. On top of that, of course, we are going to continue Corpse Party. That's probably going to be the big one next month for Grimdark Month, is we are doing more Corpse Party, because there's a lot of game there that we haven't even begun to touch yet. We'll also be playing Umineko, or at least the first arc of Umineko. Which, if you don't know Umineko, yeah, that's going to be a treat. What else? We're going to go back to Neko Neko Land, because we're going to be playing more of Blake's Adventure. And sometime around Christmas, I am going to be starting up, or rather restarting, Long Live the Queen. And hopefully we will beat it this time. As for anything else that I really have planned, there's not much else I can really think of right now. I was going to do a full trailer for Grimdark Month, because I have a theme for it this year, but I can't really find a song that fits well with it, and of course my editing skills, as you all know by now, are meh. And trying to track down media that would even go good with a song that relates to what I plan to do is kind of difficult too. So I'm just going to explain it right now. Next month, we will spend 3 weeks doing 3 reviews of 3 fics by a MLP Grimdark author that may not be that popular or well known outside of the MLP Grimdark community, but is pretty notorious within it. Headless Rainbow. And as for the 4th week, that's going to be an explanation of why I chose to avoid any of the longer fics, because originally the plan was for that last week was going to be I was going to do this massive reading, or not reading, but review of Celestia's Relaxing Vacation, which is their most notorious fic. And I was going to start that in mid-August because it's a long story and it would require a lot of notes to take. But I've tried to read through it once, and there's a particular chapter that I gave up on, that I went, fuck this shit. And I decided then I was going to swear off the story. And of course I went back to start chapter 1 again and realized, no, I can't bring myself to plow through it. It's just too... I'll just say it right out now. Celestia's Relaxing Vacation is the worst thing ever besides Sweet Apple Massacre. It is on that level of fucked up and awful, and it's just a horrible reading experience. And all of their long fics are like that. Everything that I enjoy about the shorter fics, thing that makes me decide to do this as a theme, do not translate well into anything longer than 3 chapters. So instead, the final video is going to be an explanation of why I feel that is. And an explanation for why I'm keeping everything short. On top of that, there will be 2 top 10 lists. The first is my top 10 scariest female characters. And the second is my top 10 devils incarnate. Now, what I mean by that are the characters that have that right combination of power, of sneakiness, and of just this quality that just seems to corrupt everything around them. And ooh, there are some big hitters in there, and there's a few towards the top of the list that might be surprises. But yeah, that's going to be a fun one to do. Especially considering I could, for both of those lists, I could probably stretch them to 50 characters and not even touch the surface of all the great ones out there. But for the purposes of keeping things short and manageable, 10 will do. On top of that, I have a little request for the tech savvy out there. As I'm sure you know, over the past few days, Windows 10 has been having these monster-size updates. The first one, 2 nights ago as I'm recording this, was a half-hour long. The big major one from last night was 2 hours. And in the process, it seems to have disabled 2 of my USB ports. I have done the suggested fixes for when this has happened to people in the past. They haven't worked. Restarting the computer does nothing. Going to the device managers and clicking off the power saving mode does nothing. I don't know what to do about this. So if anyone has any suggestions, please leave me something in the comments. And before I forget, because I almost did, there will be 2 other major projects coming up. The first is, I think it's about time, hopefully this time I mean it, and I'm not going to chicken out at the last second again, to do that 50 subscriber special and do that rating of Pegasus device. And the last is, I say that because we have hit the 100 subscriber special. Actually, I hit 100 subscribers back in, I think, June, but I've been sitting on it for a while just to see if anything fluctuates up or down. It's been at 103 pretty much the whole summer, so it's finally time to pull the trigger on it. The 100 subscriber special is going to be a Q&A. I will do a video specifically asking for questions here in a couple of days. Just leave your questions in the comments, and I will also leave a link to my Tumblr in case you'd rather ask me through there. So until next time, since that's I think everything that I needed to cover, bye!